You know, I don't think we've ever actually talked about this. Not really. We've danced around it. We've hinted at it. We've had little conversations that somehow always ended before we got to the part that actually mattered. And lately I've been wondering, how much longer are we supposed to stay in this in-between place? Because when I picture my future, you're there. You always have been. I don't have some secret backup plan. I don't have another person waiting in the wings. When I think about where I'm going, who I'm building a life with, whose face I want to see across the table 10 years from now, it's you. And I don't know if that's comforting or terrifying. Because sometimes it feels like we're moving towards the same destination, just at completely different speeds. I know you care about me. This isn't one of those conversations where I accuse you of not loving me. I know you do. I feel it. But loving someone and being ready for the same things aren't always the same thing. And that's the part that nobody likes talking about. Because what do you do when one person's ready to take the next step and the other person keeps saying, not yet? Not yet to moving in, not yet to marriage, to children, not yet to whatever comes next. Just not yet. And at first, that's easy enough to accept because a few months isn't a big deal. A year isn't a big deal. You tell yourself relationships aren't races. You know, everybody moves at their own pace. And that's true. But eventually a question starts growing in the back of your mind. How long should I wait? Not because I'm trying to pressure you. Not because I want to force something before you're ready. But because my life is moving too. My dreams don't stop existing while I wait. My hopes don't get put on a shelf. Time doesn't freeze for either of us. Sometimes I wonder if you realize that every time you say, maybe later, what I hear is, keep waiting. Maybe that's unfair. Maybe that's not what you mean. But it's what it feels like. I think that's what hurts the most. Not the waiting itself. The uncertainty. If you told me, I need another year, but I absolutely want these things with you, I could understand that. I could hold on to that. But when the answer is always vague, always someday, always eventually, I start wondering if we're waiting for the future or just avoiding it. And I hate that I even think that way. Because I don't want to doubt you. I don't want to question us. I don't want every conversation about the future to feel like I'm asking for something you're reluctant to give. I want us to be excited together. I want us to be looking in the same direction. I want to feel like we're building something, not standing still while hoping the other person eventually catches up. Maybe you're scared. Maybe commitment feels enormous. Maybe marriage feels overwhelming. Maybe children feel impossible. Maybe you're carrying fears that you've never even told me about. If that's true, tell me. Please. Because I can handle honesty. What I struggle with is silence. What I struggle with is not knowing whether we're working towards the same future or just enjoying the same present. I love you. That's why this matters. If I didn't care, I wouldn't be having this conversation. If I didn't see a future with you, I wouldn't be worried about it. But I do. I really do. And I guess what I'm asking isn't whether you're ready this second. I'm asking whether we're still moving towards the same dream. Because if we are, then I can be patient. But I need to know that we're walking together. I can't keep standing at a crossroads forever, wondering if you're ever going to meet me there. I love you. I just need to know if we're growing towards the same life, or if I'm waiting for a future that only exists in my head.